Hello and welcome to the Otaku Network podcast. My name is Steve.
And I'm David.
And we are into week 2 of the 2024 summer anime season. Episode 2 of Shoshimin begins with Jogoro encountering Yuki, the local market. It's about a week after her bike got stolen. She has come to the market in disguise in search of retail therapy. The retail therapy isn't necessarily to replace her stolen bike. It's due to fallout from the administrators at school when her bike was found. They brought her in and started questioning her about why her bike was at the location of a break-in. She convinces Jogoro to cheer her up by treating her for desserts again. Unfortunately, before they can actually go and get the dessert, Jogoro gets a call from Kengo requesting him to come over to his house. He invites Yuki along as well, so they head over to Jogoro's house with a collection of cakes in tow. Jogoro sits them down and kind of welcomes them with hot chocolate and begins to explain to them the process he used to make it, seeing as they commented on it being more delicious than they would expect from a hot chocolate made from powdered chocolate. Yuki excuses herself to go use the bathroom. While she's gone, Kengo starts questioning Jogoro about why he's changed so much between the end of elementary school and the beginning of high school, suspecting that something happened to him in middle school. Jogoro brushes him off, equating it to just the natural progression of somebody's personality from childhood into adolescence. And then he too excuses himself to use the bathroom to kind of get out of the uncomfortable situation. He doesn't make it to the bathroom though. He overhears Yuki chatting with Kengo's older sister, Chisato. So he goes to investigate what they're doing. And essentially what they're trying to do is they're trying to figure out how Kengo made 3 hot chocolates and only left a dirty spoon in a bone-dry sink. So they go through a bunch of different scenarios as to how he possibly could have made it. In the end, Jogoro suggests that the trick to heating up the milk was through Kengo just heating up the milk inside of the milk carton and then putting the remainder of it back in the fridge. At this point, they pretty much leave the house, and as they're leaving, Jogoro turns to Yuki and apologizes for kind of breaking the promise they had made together where he's not going to get involved in solving mysteries. And that's kind of where we leave off.
This episode was fucking weird.
I think the tediousness of the 3 of them mulling over how Kengo made the hot chocolate was used as a way to show off how Jogoro solves mysteries. I'm honestly hoping that the show, which is supposed to be a mystery show, is a little bit less mundane than what we've seen so far. But I have doubts at this point.
I'm not gonna lie, it was really boring. Like, I realize it's not supposed to be like action-packed or crazy levels of energy all the time, but oh my god.
It's a lot of dialogues between people who have very minimal personalities.
Yep.
Kengo's sister was a little bit animated, but all 3, I mean, Kengo's just gruff and stern, and the other 2 are reserved and quiet. But apparently, according to Kengo, Jogoro was brash and
a know-it-all
and proud when he was younger. I'm really hoping that this is all build up to something really interesting and well developed, but I'm kind of doubting this. There are doubts that are preventing me from being completely confident in the quality of this show. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really pretty, but holy fuck, is it boring?
It's not everything. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like My Deer Friend Nokotan, and just like sucked all of the personality out of that show and put it into its show because of all the personality that it has.
So I'm not going to lie, I am enjoying it. I do like these slow stories as well. One of my favorite anime is the most dream-inducing, sleep-causing anime ever called Mushishi, which is very low-key like this. I'm enjoying watching it, but I'm just hoping that there's substance to it instead of this very banal slice of life.
It's not that I don't like slow animes. It seems like it's slow for no reason.
Hopefully we'll get a good payoff. Honestly,
like,
that's all I'm hoping for. I'm just hoping for a payoff.
Oh man, did I not care about the hot cocoa?
No, they spent way too much time investigating that. And I have to believe that it serves a purpose in the storytelling.
I was also confused. How did they make other cups of hot cocoa?
They didn't. That's the thing. It was all representation of their thought process and their discussion. The entire time, they were standing in the kitchen, staring at each other and staring at the sink. They were not actually making anything. It was all representation.
Oh, I missed that.
Again, you have the scenes that were intercut within it where they show them outside discussing things. Not dissimilar to the river scene from episode 1. So we have a pattern now of when they're deep within the investigative or discussion portion, for some reason, the environment will shift to an outside perspective for yet unknown reasons. But at this point, it can't just be a design choice. It has to be for a specific reason, I would feel.
Fair.
That could just be me hoping that there's a lot more thought put into this story than what it appears at the moment.
I'm hoping you're right.
Trying to analyze it.
Because right now it's hard to stay awake.
That's understandable. So, why were they storing the hot chocolate powder in the fridge?
Probably to prevent humidity buildup.
Okay, maybe. We'll see what episode 3 comes out to.
That's all I could really think of is like it must be summer or like spring and it's
No,
warm.
it's spring because it's the beginning of the school year.
Okay, well then it must be spring and it's still warm out. So they keep it in the fridge to prevent humidity buildup and it from clotting. This week on Ramen Akaneko, we got another 2-part episode because it seems to be one contiguous story. However, it is broken up into these 2 little sub-episodes that play into each other. In the first part of the episode, we see Yashiro come into work and the cats are deciding what they want for her to do because they realize that she can't just constantly be in the back and brushing the cats the whole time. That's not a very fulfilling job, is what they put it as. So Sasaki, the more money-orientated gray cat, comes back from a shopping trip that Hana told Yashiro that he was on. And he comes back with a bunch of different costumes to try and get her to fit in with the theme of the restaurant. First off, they just try a catgirl outfit, and then a maid outfit with catgirl ears, and then finally they settle on a stagehand costume. The rest of the first sub-episode sees her wearing this costume in the front. People kind of look at her and be like, oh, a human does work here. God, I wish I could work here. Hana gets a little jealous or upset. I can't tell if it's jealousy or upset. And then the episode kind of wraps up. We move on to the second part of the episode where Yashiro gets relegated to working in the back with Krishna, who teaches her how to make the noodles. She very quickly finds that she is very good at making the noodles because of her ability to have human thumbs. And so she quickly and efficiently finishes a batch of the noodles, much to Krishna's surprise. And she then explains to Yashiro that she is making the handmade noodles for the Akaneko special. A kerfuffle ensues where they hear a streamer at the front of the store come in, and Krishna prepares herself to go and deal with this guy who, against the restaurant's policies, has brought in flash photography and is being told repeatedly by Bunzo and Sabu to leave the store. Krishna gets ready, and Yashiro has the idea that she should go instead because seeing a talking tiger on a live stream probably wouldn't be the best thing. So Yashiro intentionally goes and is very boring for the stream so that he starts to lose viewers. And while all this is happening, Sasaki calls their lawyer, Mikio Terada, who is a very burly, kind of assassin-looking man.
He looks like a Yakuza strongman.
He looks like a Yakuza strongman, or he looks like Agent 42 from Hitman.
He does, yeah.
He asks this streamer to come outside, talks with him, disappears, and the cats are very happy that Yashiro did what she did to help preserve the peace at the store. Mikio comes in, explains to Bunzo that guy won't be coming back, and
under threat of lawsuit.
Yeah, under threat of lawsuit, and that's kind of where the episode ends.
except for the post-credit short scenes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Red Cat Daily. So there's 2 Red Cat Dailies.
They're really just showing scenes that took place during the bulk of the episode that may not have fit with the flow of the narration of the episode. I think the last one was all the cats were discussing what name they use for Mikio, because Hana calls him Miki-chan, someone else calls him Miki-san,
Sasaki.
Bunzo calls him Mikio the lawyer.
No, it calls him Attorney Terada.
Oh yeah, Attorney Terada. Yeah, sorry.
I can't remember what the other one is.
They were cute, but some of them could have fit within the episode, but I understand why they may not have pulled them out. It's hard to tell. They may be a lot of times in manga they will have omake stuff at the end of it that are just kind of little thought bubbles of the artist that have nothing to do with the main story. This may be similar to that.
Yeah, Skip and Loafer does it all the time.
The episode was okay. It was fine.
It's fun. I like it because it's fun.
The aggressive streamer thing was kind of a repeat of what we saw with the Yakuza guy trying to scam them with the hair. It was just another representation of the larger public aggressively interacting with the cats purely based upon the idea that it's a cat-run business. It was a significantly more relevant to modern times representation of that disruption.
Yeah.
With the guy being essentially a startup version of, who's that guy that Mike Tyson's going to beat the shit out of? The streamer was just, some 20-something whose channel was probably built on him being a dickhead on film.
Probably.
It was funny when Mikio showed up. He's like, we need to have a word. And I'm like, oh my God, it's the muscle enforcer of the Yakuza gang that extorts protection in their neighborhood. Well, I guess they're getting paid this month. But no, it was their lawyer. They just took the advantage of him being intimidating.
Bunzo's actually just a Yakuza boss.
I realized what just bothers me with the artwork. The lifelessness of the cat's eyes. They feel very soulless. It might be the size in comparison with their head, but I don't know.
There are times, though, where their eyes are expressive, though, too.
I don't know about Bunzo's.
Yeah, Bunzo has no expression.
He has no expression other than just gruff.
But Hana and Krishna both have had pretty expressive.
I don't even know about Krishna's. I wonder what their budget is for hair roller paper. After she had gotten done brushing them, she took a lint roller to the carpet. And I was thinking, don't they have a vacuum? Oh, they probably don't have a vacuum cleaner. I just realized why. Because cats hate vacuum cleaners. Okay, I just realized why she was probably picking up the fur on the floor with a lint roller. Okay.
They would have quiet push vacuums.
I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows?
Hopefully in episode 3 we see something different other than here's how we deal with the terrible populace.
This was kind of easy. It's just pretty straightforward.
Episode 2 of My Deer Friend Nokotan begins with Koshitan heading off to school in the early hours of the day with a cart stuffed full of things. Her intent is to redecorate the Deer Club clubhouse. Skip ahead to after school. She's looking forward to spending time in the club room she's being forced to participate in a way that she enjoys. So she redecorated the entire clubhouse, made it comfy, just tried to make it so that the time she has to be there can at least be moderately enjoyable for her. She never gets to enjoy that, though, because she shows up and the entire place has been destroyed. A lot of the improvements she put in are in the process of being burned within a 50-gallon drum. There's destruction everywhere, anti-deer graffiti scrawled all across the entire building. Goes inside of it to see it laid waste as if it was a Viet Cong village. And then a cowering Nokotan telling her that she should be careful because the enemy is still attacking, and apparently has been attacking Nokotan all day. Koshitans thinks she's being ridiculous for obvious reasons and is more concerned as to who destroyed all the work and money she spent. Only for the attack to commence, with some kunai being thrown into it to join other kunai that were stuck in random places within the building. A package of deer crackers is thrown in as obvious trap. Nokotan, kind of just being a deer, falls for it and gets caught in a net, and we find out who the attacker is. It is none other than middle school student and Koshitan's little sister, Anko Koshi. Anko has we'll just say severe sister complex, and she has come to challenge Nokotan, who she feels has taken her precious older sister away from her to the point of just wanting to kill the deer girl.
Talk about sister complex.
Yeah,
Holy
like
shit.
super deep sister complex. Like obsessive, psychotic. Nokotan is able to convince Anko to challenge her one-on-one. And the challenge they decide upon is a game show, a la something you'd see in Ranma 1/2. Stage is set. We get a crowd of peers. There's a literal stage with contestant chairs and a relatively high budget for this kind of production. The teacher and advisor for the Deer Club is playing the host of the show. The entire theme of the show, it's a quiz show, and it's all about how well do you know Koshitan? As in, how well do you know her private information? Anko, obviously being her obsessive little sister, knows all the answers. Nokotan knows all the answers as well, due to an extensive deer spy network that is devoted to keeping track of everything that Koshitan does. So, a lot of her private information is leaked to the gathered students, like the fact that she frequently chooses not to wear a bra. She
kisses her stuffies.
Yeah, she says goodnight and kisses her stuffed animals, or gives them goodnight kisses before she goes to bed. She had a bedwetting problem until 10. So the two girls are equally matched in their intimate knowledge of Koshitan, to the point where Anko is fed up with a fair fight and renews the attack on the deer girl. At one point, while throwing a kunai, she trips on something.
It's the destroyed quiz.
Oh,
things.
the seating platforms that they're on.
Yeah,
and the kunai flies for a critical hit on Koshitan. Nokotan, being whoever she is, dives in front of it and takes the kunai to the heart, and then ascends through the help of spirit deer to deer heaven, where deer god rejects her entrance into the afterlife. And when she comes back to, she
fucking
finds
donkey kicks her back into reality.
Yeah. When Nokotan revives, we find out that the kunai didn't actually pierce her heart. It instead got blocked by a package of deer crackers that she had stuffed into her shirt during the melee. Anko admits defeat, given the selfless sacrifice, or almost sacrifice, that Nokotan had shown in protecting her idol, and decides to let the better woman have her sister. Nokotan enjoys that, but it's kind of a mutual thing, and then we end on a happy note, except for, well, Koshitan just had all of her dirty laundry aired out to the school, and literally has no idea why any of this is happening and is quite bewildered.
I love how she makes the comment about how she's going to wear a bra the next day.
Yeah.
And then she comes in and Nokotan's just like, it's white today.
Yeah, Nokotan's got X-ray vision to an
Apparently.
extent.
I mean, she probably knows that Koshitan doesn't wear a bra because X-ray vision.
No.
Oh, I thought that was just a hypothesis.
It's
that
the Deer
Anko,
News. It's the Deer surveillance program. That's probably what it is.
Shika something.
Yeah, I forget what its name was.
I also like when.
No, we don't need to justify anything. It doesn't matter. The show does not need to have
rules and laws.
The show doesn't have to have logic. It builds its own reality as it seems fit to progress the comedy.
I just like, as the deer spirits are ascending Nokotan to heaven, you just hear the Shika.
The holy Shika music, yes.
It's just, I laughed so hard that I had to pause the episode because I was crying when Nokotan got donkey kicked out of heaven.
I think the whole death and rebirth of Nokotan was the best part of the episode.
It was fucking funny.
It was so stupid. I loved it.
I also like after they've been like going all day with this game show, how Koshitan is just like a desiccated corpse from fucking Elden Ring just sitting in the chair.
Yeah, well, she's mental. Again, second episode, we have mentally exhausted Koshitan because of how much her life is being ruined right now by this goddamn deer.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too.
The shenanigans aren't nonstop, but it's enough where it doesn't get old.
Yeah, they transition pretty quickly. The gags don't extend their stay.
Also, are you happy there was more 2D animated deer this episode?
I was very happy with that.
It seems like they keep swapping up the animation style for the deer.
There may honestly be no reason for that.
Probably not.
To be happier with the show is I need to just accept everything that happens as that's just how it is.
Yeah, no logic.
There's no logic.
No rhyme, no reason.
No, it does not follow your rules.
It's just meant to be silly. And I really think that this is going to be one of the most popular animes this season.
It already is. It honestly already is.
That song has taken the fucking internet by storm.
I love that Koshitans was arguing with the announcer in the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
Or the narrator.
Yeah.
Have we seen Nokotan interact with the narrator?
I don't know.
Nokotan might have interacted with the narrator in the first episode, but Koshitans definitely interacts with the narrator quite a bit throughout both episodes so far. I like how Anko was threatening to Nokotan to Naura. She can have all the deer crackers she wants.
She also threatened to send her to hell.
Anko's a bit
Crazy? Crazy.
disturbed.
Crazy.
She's got problems.
She's got a lot of problems.
And they're pretty much all related to her obsessiveness over her older sister.
That is
an unhealthy obsession.
I have seen animes with sister complexes, and Anko's takes the fucking cake. Like, there's the whole joke about the sister complex in Muscles and Magic.
Okay.
Like, it's played as a gag a ton too,
Yeah.
but oh man, is it not as bad as Anko's.
She's willing to kill for her sister. And she aggressively protects her sister's virginity.
She also cried when she thought that her sister's virginity got taken
by
the deer.
Yep. Episode 2 of Shoshimin didn't do a lot to calm my concerns that this might be a bad anime.
Red Cat Ramen, I think, did pretty solid, sticking to it stuck to its guns this week.
Yeah.
It's continuing to show us just a cute anime about cats running a restaurant.
We're following the woman whose name I forgot along in her journey as to getting acclimated as being a employee for this ramen shop.
Yeah, the anime is definitely told through her point of view.
Yes.
We're getting as acclimated as she is, I feel, every episode.
Nokotan is great. I did groan a little bit when they did the game show thing because it just brought me flashbacks of the repetitive, prolonged nature of a lot of episodes of Ranma 1/2. But they didn't drag it out the 3 episodes, so it made it quite enjoyable and tolerable.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. I love my dear friend Nokotan.
It's super fun.
Anybody that will listen to me, I preach about it from my soapbox.
You're a Nokotan evangelist.
Yes. Just call me David, the Nokotan evangelist.
Anything else?
Oh, not really.
All right. Thanks again for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe, spread the news, leave comments.
Check us out on our socials.
Yeah, exactly. You see everything on the end card, and then the link to David's miniature painting site also in the information below. All right. We'll see you guys next week.